people like me who was so scared of being on the dais, I have always been going to be indebted to our own Vandana ma'am. Speaking about Vandana, what to say about her? She in herself is an institution. Practicing since 25 years now, 25 or more maybe. She's practicing, working since 30 years. She has been a tally evangelist since a long time. She has given to the profession a lot of things that are to be remembered of. She's a part of so many committees and so many other institutions serving to the profession. This unique concept of Chai Pe Charcha was introduced by her and her group of friends in the year 2019, if I'm not mistaken, 19 or 20, after just before COVID started. And during COVID, we were able to bring this platform online and introduce it to more people from all the geographies of India. Giving this brief introduction, I would like to thank Vandana personally for handing over this small little gift to all of us. This is a unique concept. We people who are we coordinate with her. We introduce speakers. We give thank notes, and there is nowhere in no other agencies that we are given a memento. Thank you so much, Vandana, for being so considerate. And this is such a beautiful mug, if you can see. All of you who are having the mug, if you can hold them to your screen for all to see. Team Chai Pe Charcha with Vandana. Isn't it beautiful, guys? Thank you so much, Vandana. This is going to be a prized possession for me every day now. Okay. So today's meeting, we are going to celebrate the womanhood that we all are in, busy juggling our work, professional life, our personal life, our all other endeavors that we want to be in. We women are anyway special, so every day is a Women's Day, I believe. But today, let's celebrate. Being a Women's Day, I would like to thank Vandana to bring this unique concept of having these wonderful speakers on board who will help us understand and help us take through the various struggles of our day-to-day life in a very simple manner. Quick tips from them. Do start noting them. To begin with, I will invite CA Shah to introduce our first speaker, Sheetal Sethi. Nehal, over to you.
Thank you, Alpavin. So Vandana has asked me to introduce a vibrant personality who is, I personally know her very well. And she has been always active, always creative, always up to the mark for each field she touched upon. Talking about the professional affiliation, she is everybody know her, and she is founder of Trendy Talks, a platform for empowering individuals with talks that leads to success, which is like we are here together for. She's partner at All India Radio Adda, partner at PU Jain and Associates, of course, CA thing. We all have that feather in our cap. And coming to her expertise, renowned top German educator, Vice President at JCF Borivali chapter. It was lovely working with you, Sheetal. And member of PR committee and Women Development Committee at WIRC. It's not the end. There is a lot to know about her. Her personal achievements featured on numerous TV shows, proud mother of a renowned national shooter daughter and a top performing son. mentored over 10,000 individuals on various topics. These are our speakers, we are privileged. And her topic of expertise are financial literacy, financial planning, goal setting, vision board, business strategies, parenting, most important for all the women here, credit analysis, business planning, tax planning, sleep talk. Oh, that's something new I've heard about. Uh, Her personal role, with the unwavering support of her beloved life partners, Shri Sanjay Sethi ji, Sheetal has reached remarkable heights in her career and continue to inspire others with her expertise and mentorship. A warm welcome to you, Sheetal. Sorry, I give that personal notation of Sheetal because you are very close to my heart. So a warm welcome to you, and please enlighten us with your expertise. Welcome on board.
Thank you so much, Nehal. It was actually wonderful working with you. All of the beauties जिनके साथ मैंने काम किया है यहाँ पे, all of them are wonderful. Thank you, Nehal, for the wonderful introduction. And first of all, I would want to thank Vandana. Vandana, I would not say Vandana ji because she's very near dear to me, my best buddy. And we share lovely personal, definitely, but even professional this thing. So we are always together. So Vandana and I would always would want to. Vandana ji has a lot of energy, enthusiasm, zeal, and I think it's because of you. This Chai Pe Charcha is happening. And this is really a nice initiative, wonderful initiative. Keep doing whatever you're doing. Thank you very much for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be on your platform. Thank you very much.
So finally, thank you everyone who are present here and listening to us from YouTube Live. See, yesterday I went to CA Vandana Dodhia, Daman Purohit, and so many people who has touched up our life. I could manage in last 4-5 days to maximum people to present this token of love from the Chai Pe Charcha. And the best part was what I liked. Somewhere in my oratory, I said, I have this concept Chai Pe Charcha. I have a speaker, I have a moderator, I have a coordinator. But if I don't have a participant, how the world will be? So I have found out that this is 30th episode of today's Chai Pe Charcha, and we could figure out CA Anjana Oja, and we have yesterday felicitated her for the highest attendance participation. So we need to understand कि आपके पास जो भी है without participant तो उसका कोई मायने ही नहीं रहता. You need viewers, you need audience. So this was the very conceptualized. I thank Alpa, Kirti, Nehal, everyone around here. So they are there. देखो अगर मेरा idea है लेकिन कोई साथ में team नहीं है, nothing can survive. Nothing can survive. So you can pull it for 1 day, 2 day, not for, this is a 4th year of online Chai Pe Charcha, understand that. Physically, we could meet in 2018, 19, 20, COVID hit us, and then this concept had come. And believe me, I always struggled when I attend a workshop and seminar, I am still, lots of questions comes in my mind. So this is the question answer format was very important for at least the startups also, juniors also, seniors also. Senior may feel sometimes so, this thing embarrassed, how can I ask this type of question? So there was a need of someone who can train you from start to and anywhere, any questions, So Google can give you the answer, ChatGPT can reply you something, but what our speakers can reply to us, that no one can reply to us. So to start with Sheetal, what do you exactly mean by the vision board? The first thing.
Yeah. Vision board, I really don't know how many of you all know about vision board, but vision board means just a vision, okay, and board. So you have your vision on the board. So it is a pictorial representation of your dreams, of your goals, so that you can see it every day. And there's an art, there's a science behind making this board. ऐसा नहीं कि I dreamed something and I made it and it's there and I put it. No. So there is a reason, or there is a way, there's a methodology of making a vision board. So vision board is nothing but it's a pictorial representation, you can say, of our dreams, of our goals. You're muted, Vandana ji.
Those who are working people only will be having vision board?
Not necessarily. So not only working people, it's a very common myth, common notion what people think, that I'm working, I'm earning money, it's only then I should have vision board. No, a child can also have a vision board. A parent can also have a vision board. A housewife can also have a vision board. Now you will say कि housewife को vision board की क्या जरूरत है? But no, even a housewife can have a vision board. So when I was a child, I had my vision board. Okay. As a child, I had my vision board. When I grew up, I went into college, I had my vision board. When I became a parent, I had vision board for my daughter. When I had my own, I started working, I had vision board for my profession also. And trust me, जो मैंने vision board पे डाला है, out of nowhere, it has come true. And today, all that manifestation has, मतलब ऐसा मैं नहीं बोलूंगी कि कुछ छूट गया है. Everything has come true.
तो
So
आप ये
yes,
कहना चाहते हो कि जो भी हमें चाहिए, लाइक कार या फ्लैट या whatever you want, dream, is it the part of vision board?
yes, whatever you want, definitely you can put it on the vision board, but there's a science behind how to put it, okay, and how to manifest it. अगर वो तरीका अगर हम लोग सीख लेना, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि यू जस्ट हैव टू ड्रीम एंड हो जाएगा, विजन बोर्ड मैंने बना दिया तो हो जाएगा. नो, कर्म तो करना पड़ता है, काम करना पड़ता है, बट ओनली डिफरेंस इज कि यू गेट इन लाइन विथ अपॉर्चुनिटीज. गॉड कहीं ना कहीं से तुम्हें अपॉर्चुनिटीज लाके देता है, फिर उस पे काम तो करना पड़ता है. ऐसा नहीं है कि इफ यू डोंट वर्क यू विल नॉट गेट योर ड्रीम्स, या सिर्फ विजन बोर्ड बना के रख दिया, आई स्टक इट ओवर हियर ऑन द वॉल एंड इट इज डन. नो. सो विजन बोर्ड बनाना एक तरीका है, ओके, उसको मैनिफेस्ट करने का भी एक तरीका है. उसे रोज whatever I'll take you all through that entire journey also.
So you now elaborate what is the science and how to make a vision board. Basically that's the next question comes in my mind.
या सो बेसिकली जब भी हम लोग से यूनिवर्स को कुछ बोलते हैं, ओके, तो हम लोग सपोज आज कुछ भी बोला तो यूनिवर्स के पास एक छन्नी होती है, ओके, जैसे अपन चाय छानते हैं ना, चाय छानने के बाद पूरा कचरा, चाय पत्ती, नॉट कचरा बट आई शुड से चाय पत्ती अपने चाय छन्नी में रह जाती है, नीचे चाय आती है. तो वैसे जब हम लोग यूनिवर्स को कुछ भी बोलते हैं तो वो नेगेटिव वर्ड्स जो है ना यूनिवर्स के पास जाता ही नहीं है, फिर वो बाकी के वर्ड्स, नेगेटिव वर्ड्स डिलीट होके वो सेंटेंसेस यूनिवर्स में जाते हैं. सो इफ आई से please, I don't want to fall sick, God, I just don't want to fall sick, so don't नीचे रह जाएगा, and I want to fall sick will go up, and भगवान बोलेंगे तथास्तु, ओके. और फिर हम लोग बोलेंगे आई तो ऑलवेज सेड आई डोंट वांट टू फॉल सिक, बट मैं फिर भी कैसे क्या बीमार पड़ गई, ओके. सो दिस द वे वी से इट, लाइक आपको अगर कभी भी कुछ भी चीज बोलनी है या आपको लिखना है या विजन बोर्ड पे भी डालना है, तो इट हैज टू बी इन पॉजिटिव प्रेजेंट टेंस. भगवान को, यूनिवर्स को फ्यूचर टेंस समझ में नहीं आता, तो अगर हम ये बोलेंगे हमारे विजन में कि मुझे एक अच्छा घर प्राप्त होगा, या आई वुड वांट टू हैव अ गुड हाउस, तो हमेशा वांट ही होगा, ओके, एंड वो हमेशा फ्यूचर में ही जाएगा. सो प्रेजेंट में होना चाहिए. सो यू इमेजिन, यू विजुअलाइज, यू टेक अ डीप इनहेलेशन. सपोज हमें नहीं समझ में आ रहा है कि हाउ डू आई मेक माई विजन, या हाउ डू आई क्रिएट माई विजन, या मेरी वॉन्ट्स क्या है, मेरी नीड्स क्या है, हमें नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, तो यू सिट डाउन क्वाइटली, take a deep inhalation, be into yourself, think about it, what you want, and then write it down. Okay, ये कब करना चाहिए? Any time of the day? No. Do it early in the morning, preferable. See, अगर आप उठ ही नहीं सकते, for example, आपका काम late night हो रहा है, you are sleeping at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you are into call centers, or you have some commitment in the house and you are working in the night, then you don't have any other option, okay? फिर आप क्या कर सकते हो, इसको तीसरे प्रेयर में भी कर सकते हो, ड्यूरिंग सनसेट टाइम. Okay, but the most effective time will be Brahma Muhurat, okay, which is between 4 to 5. So you get up. मुझे अब कभी भी मेरा विजन बोर्ड बनाना होता है या मुझे अपने गोल सेटिंग्स करने होते हैं, आई मेक इट अ पॉइंट ऑफ गेटिंग अप अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग, आई मेक इट अ पॉइंट ऑफ स्लीपिंग अर्ली so that I am fresh and active. I do get up in the morning, early in the morning, and I pen down everything what I want. Okay, and that works, that science works. So universe में ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में अगर आप कुछ बोलोगे और आप कुछ पॉजिटिव प्रेजेंट टेंस में बोलोगे तो वो होगा. एंड दिस इज लाइक से फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम लोग रेस्टोरेंट में जाते, ठीक है, एंड हम हमारा फेवरेट फूड ऑर्डर करते, से आई लाइक डोसा, सो आई गो विथ माई फैमिली एंड आई ऑर्डर डोसा. हम लोग वेटर को बुलाते हैं, वेटर को बोलते हैं कि प्लीज आई वॉन्ट मसाला डोसा टुडे, तो अपना ऑर्डर लिख लेता है एंड ही गोज. एंड देन व्हाट डू वी डू नेक्स्ट? Okay, what do we do next? We keep chatting with our family members. Am I worried about क्या मेरा डोसा आएगा? नो. एम आई वरीड क्या वो मुझे डोसा लाके देगा? मुझे मिलने वाला भी है क्या नहीं है? मैंने तो ऑर्डर किया है, लेकिन क्या मुझे डोसा आएगा? नहीं, वी नॉट वरीड. करेक्ट, वी नो दैट इज गोइंग टू कम. हो सकता है कभी जल्दी आए, हो सकता है कभी लेट आए. सिमिलरली व्हेन यू टेल दिस टू यूनिवर्स, तो हमें डाउट नहीं होना चाहिए, नॉट इवन अ परसेंटेज फ्रैक्शन ऑफ परसेंट का भी डाउट नहीं होना चाहिए. आएगा, अभी नहीं तो कल आएगा, तो आएगा ही. ओके, हाउ दैट लीव इट टू द यूनिवर्स. जब अपने कर्म भी उसमें बनते हैं, ओके, एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू द वे वी आर लिविंग आवर लाइफ एंड द वे वी आर manifesting it, the way we believe in God and the way we work, it does happen. Okay, and sometimes magic से होता है. Okay, like जैसे I had made my vision board, and in my vision board I wanted to work with government. Okay, I wanted to work with some of the ministers, like for my Trendy talks. बस मैंने डाल दिया, मेरे कहीं से पहचान नहीं, कुछ नहीं. ट्रस्ट मी, मुझे कहीं से फोन कॉल आता है, okay, and they tell me ki you are a German teacher and we want to hire you, this that, and Girish Mahajan ji wants to talk to you. And I like, who is he? मुझे नहीं पता. Okay, so I ask my husband who is he, then we find out, oh, he's a tourism department minister. Okay, and I was so excited. Wow, ये मतलब कैसे हुआ? It was like, and then you have to take steps. Okay, it's like vision board definitely works.
So Sheetal, we can feel it, So the energy over here is that कि आप universe को जो भेजेंगे, please send affirmation में भेजिए, कुछ भी भेजना चाहते हो positively.
So you have to have positive.
आपने method भी सिखा दी कि कैसे exactly करेंगे, because we have all 2 more speakers. So हम चाहेंगे आप क्या can you have a post a picture of vision board sample? क्या
Can I share something?
Yeah, that's what I wanted. At least can you show it how you prepare?
So can you make me a host, please, so that I can share it?
I will allow you the share screen.
So I'll just quickly see, vision board एक another topic है जिसके लिए probably हमें एक और session लगेगा. ओके, 1 hour 2 hours भी कम पड़ते हैं, बट मोटा मोटी मैं आपको बोल सकती हूँ कि हाउ आर यू सपोज टू मैनिफेस्ट, व्हाट ऑल एरियाज आर यू सपोज टू सी वी नीड अ होलिस्टिक अप्रोच. हम लोग डेफिनेटली हर एक चीज में एक्सपर्ट नहीं हो सकते, हर एक चीज में अटेंड नहीं कर सकते, अदरवाइज वी वुड हैव बिकम गॉड. बट येस, वी कैन इम्प्रोवाइज, we can be better. So what all areas are you supposed to look into? Like you can look into your health, your family, your personal growth, okay, your work, your relationship, your finances. Definitely fun element should also be there into your vision board. Your travel also should be there into your vision board, and even your habits. Okay, ये सारी चीजें तुम्हारे vision board में होनी चाहिए. Okay, and then you pick up one goal at a time. जैसे हेल्थ फॉर एग्जाम्पल, तो मैंने ये साल में मेरा हेल्थ गोल लिया था. हेल्थ गोल में मुझे हमेशा ऐसे था कि आई हैव बीन मेडिटेटिंग सिंस माई चाइल्डहुड, लेकिन ड्यू टू सम रीजन फ्रॉम दिस 2-3 years आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू मेडिटेट, एंड दिस रियली अफेक्टेड माई हेल्थ एंड माई बिहेवियरल पैटर्न ऑल्सो. ना सिंस आई एम इनटू ऑल दिस स्पिरिचुअल थिंग्स एंड ऑल, I can sit and introspect myself and I can understand ये need है मेरे body के लिए या मेरे mind के लिए. Okay, so I felt the need of meditation and health is there. From nowhere I start getting messages and I always wanted to do Shri Shri Ravi Shankar का. श्री श्री रविशंकर जी का ये जनवरी से चालू हो गया, 2 जनवरी से, दैट 21 days चैलेंज. एंड मेरे पास टाइम ही नहीं था, बट नहीं, अपने को करना ही है, विजन बोर्ड में डाला है, अपने को करना ही है. एंड देन आई रियली डिड इट. ऑटोमेटिकली टाइम स्टार्टेड हैपनिंग. ऑटोमेटिकली दैट टाइम, मुझे वो टाइम में मुझे टाइम मिलने लग गया एंड आई स्टार्टेड एंजॉइंग इट. वो एंजॉय करने के बाद मैंने उनका एक कोर्स भी किया एंड आफ्टर दैट आई started doing my yoga exercises and because of that I started feeling light. मेरा वजन थोड़ा सा कम भी हुआ and everything. So now slowly it started happening, but then you have to work towards it. Opportunity मिला मुझे God से, okay? ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं मिला, but whatever I thought, whatever I dreamt of, whatever I wrote, it happened. Now whenever you make this vision board like this, how are you supposed to make? ये आपके सारे areas है, समझो, okay? So what you can do is you can download certain pictures from the net or you can put your picture. तो मैंने अपने खुद के pictures बनाए. Okay, I'm sorry but I can't share that because that share करूंगी तो वो dilute हो जाएगा. So I can't share my personal vision board over here. So मैंने अपने pictures ढूंढे, मैंने अपने पिक्चर्स लगाए. जहां मुझे लगता है कि मुझे मेरे पिक्चर्स नहीं मिले, मैंने वो नेट पे से लिए and I made a beautiful creative vision board. And then you have to put it somewhere in front of your eyes where you feel you can see it every day. Okay, so when you see it every day, what happens is there's a science again behind it. What is the science? Your subconscious mind, it starts talking about it. It starts developing energies around it inside and automatically universe में वो message चला जाता है and automatically you start getting this, all those vibes and everything. तो ये आपको करना है. दूसरा आपको क्या करना है? You have to start journaling with this vision board. So you have to start writing your affirmations in a journal. You have to write all of this. तो pictorial representation हो गया, but you have to write also this into your journal. And there's a way again to it. And there's a big, उसको मतलब 1-2 घंटे लगेंगे बोलने के लिए exactly flow में. First क्या होता है, second क्या होता है, then how you're supposed to think and everything. And I'm
So Sheetal, is there any time frame because your time is getting up?
There's a time constraint. I think our viewers are very excited to listen to our next speaker. So I shouldn't take much of a time, I feel.
खाली टाइम फ्रेम बता दीजिए कि शुड वी डिजाइन के मैं 6 महीने का टारगेट लूं या 1 साल का टारगेट लूं जब आप विजन डिसाइड करते हैं.
So आपका विजन बोर्ड जो होता है, इट डिपेंड्स. ओके, अगर तुम्हारा लॉन्ग टर्म विजन है तो वो लॉन्ग टर्म विजन जो होता है 10 years का होता है. देन यू ब्रेक इट डाउन इनटू मिड टर्म, दैट इज 5 years. देन यू ब्रेक इट डाउन इनटू 1 year. एंड देन अगेन इट डिपेंड्स. यू कैन हैव योर मंथली विजन बोर्ड ऑल्सो, यू कैन हैव योर ईयरली विजन बोर्ड ऑल्सो. सो फॉर माई डॉटर, व्हेन आई हैड मेड विजन बोर्ड, आई हैड मेड विजन बोर्ड फॉर क्वालिटीज. ओके, तो जैसे मैंने 9 क्वालिटीज, मुझे जितने क्वालिटीज लगे मैंने रखे, तो मुझे 9 क्वालिटीज चाहिए थे. तो मैंने जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैंने ऐश्वर्या राय का फोटो रखा एंड आई सेड शी इज एज ब्यूटीफुल एज ऐश्वर्या राय, शी इज एज हम्बल एज मदर टेरेसा. ओके, शी इज एज ब्यूटीफुल सिंगर, कंठस्थ उसका एकदम अच्छा है लाइक लता मंगेशकर. सो मैंने ऐसे सारे क्वालिटीज डाले. ट्रस्ट मी, माई डॉटर हैज दोज क्वालिटीज. Okay, not only into the eyes of a parent, but I think Vandana also can tell, she knows her very well. So मेरे बच्चे में वो qualities आए and वो मैंने कितने दिन के लिए रखा था? I kept it for 2 years around something. मैंने रखा and हम दोनों husband wife देख रहे थे उसको. So vision board, if as a parent, if you are doing, it is not only me but even my husband. So when I made vision board for myself, I even made my husband see it, understand it, so that क्योंकि मेरे relationship goals भी तो है ना उसमें, he is also involved. Even he also should know about it. Okay, so my family is also involved into my vision board. It's like that.
So thank you very much, Sheetal, for spending your valuable time. Over to Alpa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful, Sheetal. We should carry this out with a round applause. She was very precise and to the point. And Vandana, I suggest we should have one full session with her.
Full session.
Thank you so much.
Surely. Thank you.
Yeah. So the next one, we start with the next session. We have with us our very own Renu, and she's a very dear friend and a very talented chartered accountant also. And I would love to invite Archana Chaudhary to introduce her. All the best.
Everyone, good afternoon. First of all, Vandana, thank you so much for inviting here. I am becoming part of Chai Pe Charcha for the very first time. So thanks a lot. My pleasure. Now talking about Renu Shah, CA by profession, a CA by qualification, a reader by hobby, a trainer and a mentor by passion. She's none other than CA Renu Shah. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce our guest for today, CA Renu Shah, on the 30th episode of Chai Pe Charcha. Welcome, Renu.
Thank you,
Renu
Archana.
has gained experience in diverse fields of finance and project management. She is also managing client relationships for a franchisee of a leading full-service brokerage firm in India and has demonstrated her exceptional skills in people management. These skills fortify her proficiency in effectively managing people. Renu is skilled navigating interviews and group discussions and has expertise in power dressing, adherence to professional etiquettes, and networking. Another feather in her hat is a course in executive presence and personal branding. Renu has provided coaching in soft skills, including overall communication proficiency, confidence building, and public speaking to her juniors and peers at work. Her success in all this has encouraged her to start skill and scale. With this brief introduction, I am handing over to CA Renu Shah to take us through digital presence and networking for success. All yours. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. This is CA Renu Shah. I thank you, Archana ji, for that introduction. So it's going to be a wonderful value-adding evening for everyone for us. And Sheetal ji, thank you for that beautiful session on vision board. I also have built my own vision board for this year. It's an exhaustive picture of where you want to be in the coming years. At least for this year, this is a short-term thing, as you said, 1 year, but where do you see yourself in the future? So vision board is a very fantastic way of looking at your own self and where you see yourself in the coming years. So to begin with the topic.
रुक जाओ मैडम, रुक जाओ, मैं हूँ लाइन में हूँ, आप कतार में. See, I was just trying to take one screen snapshot of 4 of us.
अच्छा, ओके.
So थोड़ा चाय पे चर्चा में थोड़ा तड़का भी होना चाहिए ना. देखो, इन्होंने विजन बताया. अब विजन तो क्लियर हो गया, लेकिन पैशन क्या होता है? So what is your thought process about your personal passion? पहले आपके पर्सपेक्टिव से चालू करते हैं.
So according to me, passion is something that drives you. It is the driving force in your life. So irrespective whether you get the material success or no, it is something that keeps driving you. It gives you an immense joy or that kind of a satisfaction to do whatever you are doing. For somebody, that passion could be running. For me, my passion has been reading, talking to people, my interpersonal skills. I like to maintain relationships with people. So that is, that is something that I will do. I will find time to do. So irrespective of whatever responsibilities you have, you will try to make time for whatever your passion is.
So how to identify? मतलब इंडिविजुअल को कैसे पता चलेगा कि उसका पैशन क्या है?
देखिए, अभी पैशन ढूंढने के लिए कोई ऐसा रिटर्न फॉर्मूला नहीं है. A+B=C वैसा नहीं है. इट इज अल्टीमेटली ट्रायल एंड एरर ओवर द इयर्स. खुद इंट्रोस्पेक्शन कीजिए कि हाँ ठीक है, ये ऐसा हो रहा है. इज इट गिविंग मी जॉय? इज दिस समथिंग दैट आई वांट टू डू? एंड द मोर यू ट्राई, द मोर यू एक्सपेरिमेंट, द मोर यू लुक इनसाइड. जैसे इन्होंने शीतल जी ने एक वर्ड यूज किया था, इंट्रोस्पेक्शन. कि आप खुद अंदर जाके देखो कि वो फीलिंग क्या है. इज इट गिविंग यू दैट काइंड ऑफ एन हैप्पीनेस विथ डूइंग वट एवर यू आर डूइंग? इफ यू गेट द आंसर अ पॉजिटिव yes, then that is your passion.
तो वंदना gets happiness when she does Chai Pe Charcha.
When she does singing, how can you forget singing?
वो मेरा second passion है. मेरे पास बहुत सारे things है करने के लिए.
Multitasker.
हाँ, so I think once you know the passion, I think वो आप थोड़ा हाईलाइट कीजिए कि वो उसके करियर में या कैसे वो उसको यूज करे, यू नो हाउ टू डिराइव द एक्सीलेंस and in a the pursuit of your career, yeah, in your personal life also probably.
So I feel, passion is the kind of differentiator. When you combine your passion and hard work, you can do wonders. And when your passion is backed by purpose, if you know why you are doing what you are doing.
So
If you've heard about Simon Sinek, he's a fantastic leader or a fantastic thought leader, I must say. So Simon Sinek का खुद एक ये thought leadership है. Start with why. You need to question your choices. You need to question why you are doing what you are doing. So passion, purpose, and hard work can lead you to a different stage in life.
correct. So that brings me to what will be your advice to young people who are passionate about pursuing their dreams but also need a reality check regarding the challenges and practicalities of turning their passion into sustainable career path.
See, I always say this thing, passion, of course, there is one thing which is passion, but always you need to outweigh your options with reality. So reality in terms of what kind of resources you have. It can be money, it can be financial independence, it can be your time, it can be your support. तो आपके पास क्या क्या options available है, आप वो evaluate कीजिए. I could be very passionate about, reading. Yes, it does add value to my knowledge. But am I being able to monetize that? तो वो एक रियलिटी चेक हमको हमारा चाहिए रहता है कि अच्छा अगर हम ये कर रहे हैं इसका आउटकम क्या है, इज द आउटकम मैचिंग विद द आउटकम दैट वी वांट इन लाइफ. सो वो एक रियलिटी चेक बहुत जरूरी है. आपको पैशन परस्यू करना है बट ओनली आफ्टर इवेल्युएटिंग व्हाट आर योर चॉइसेस, व्हाट आर योर ऑप्शंस एंड व्हाट आर गोइंग टू बी द पॉसिबल आउटकम्स ऑफ व्हाटएवर यू आर डूइंग.
So in our language we say SWOT analysis.
SWOT analysis, yes, of course.
In our CA's language, और जिन्होंने भी statistics सीखा है वो बोलते हैं SWOT analysis कीजिए.
हाँ.
So how now in the today era of artificial intelligence, so what does digital presence will mean in this context and why it is important? I mean, you will vouch for this कि today's passion follow करने के लिए भी आपको digital presence की help लेनी पड़ेगी.
देखिए, passion coupled with digital presence is going to give you that extra edge. Now, what is digital presence? अगर कोई मुझे पूछेगा तो digital presence is your virtual identity. जब भी आप किसी से मिलते हैं, बात करते तो आप बोलते हैं ना, अच्छा मेरा नाम ये है, मैं ये काम करती या करता हूँ. So similarly, when you look at somebody's LinkedIn profile, what is it? मैं कौन सी कंपनी में काम करता हूँ, कौन से डिविजन में काम करता हूँ, मेरे पास कितने साल का एक्सपीरियंस है. So that is your virtual identity. And also in today's digital world, wherever you go, maybe you are doing that one like, one comment, posting that one picture, that is everything is recorded in the digital arena. So you are leaving a digital footprint wherever you are going. So that is digital presence, right?
Correct, but will it make like what I'm trying to understand कि क्या वो हमारे पैशन को परस्यू करने में हेल्प करेगा?
See, of course, yes. For an example, if you are a runner, you can join a lot of online runner communities. You can connect to more people in your network who are doing the same thing. If you're reading a certain post, example, there's a post on taxation on the recent law amendments or something. And when you read a certain article, you don't have to say, okay, I agree. That's a very lame way of, replying to somebody's post. You can always put your opinion across in a very detailed manner. Okay, if you agree, these are the reasons why I agree. If I don't agree, I might have a different view and you put across that view.
Correct.
So you can always, participate in communities which have your interest area and you can build your own community out of it. So that is digital presence coupled with networking.
Correct. Someone from our participants has posted some pointers. Okay, what I love, what I am good, what the industry needs, what can I monetize? The intersection of all these points is a success. So we
Yeah,
thank
of course, totally.
we thank Ash to contribute to the today's charcha. And moving over, because we have another speaker. So last, I would like to ask you, what are some practical tips or strategies you would recommend to individuals looking to enhance their networking skills, both online and offline, in order to expand their professional opportunities and cultivate meaningful connections, This is what I will like to know from your side.
So there is one key takeaway that I can give everybody. You just have to be your authentic self, whether online or offline. तुम जो हो तुम वही रह सकते हो, because ultimately you cannot lie. The digital world is very, very filtered. So whatever you want to be, you have to be that thing. Whatever you are, you have to be that thing. So you have to be very authentic. And plus, one more thing is you have to cultivate the habit of giving. Networking is not only what I can get, it is also, what can you give? So are you ready to give? So your habit of giving has to be polished. मैं कुछ मांगने के पहले कुछ दे सकता हूँ. Can I be of help to somebody? That is how you grow your network, right?
Yes. So may I help you? That should be the first way of getting, introduced to someone, and they may require your help. Then the synergy can be created. So it all depends. So readiness in the mind to help one another will make you one step ahead in your own life. And so this was indeed a very great discussion going on, and we have running short of time as you usually say. Once again, wish you a very happy Women's International Day. शॉर्टली रेनू के बारे में मुझे सिर्फ एक पॉइंट ऐड करना है. शी इज बीन को-फाउंडर विद स्किल एंड स्केल. तो अगर 31 सेकंड या थोड़ा सा अगर आप कुछ बताना चाहेंगे हमारे व्यूअर्स को, तो जस्ट इन केस, बिकॉज फ्यूचर इज व्हाट यू आर ट्राइंग टू डू. एंड मार्क माय वर्ड, शीतल ने जो बोला विजन बोर्ड, तो रेनू का विजन बोर्ड शी हैज कंपाइल्ड आई थिंक लास्ट 4-5 years. You were doing homework on it?
Yes. I do a lot of journaling. I do a lot of affirmations. Today, where I am has been a lot of power of the universe plus a lot of self-belief. As women or as individuals also, we need to keep reinstating that faith in our own decisions and choices. कि हम जो कर रहे हैं, हाँ यही सही है. अगर जो हो भी रहा है, this could be the best that could have ever happened. So yes, of course. Talking about skill and scale, so I am a co-founder at Skill and Scale. I'll tell you what Skill and Scale's vision is, since we've spoken about vision board
क्योंकि
also.
हम आए हैं तो थोड़ा बहुत वो भी समझ में आना चाहिए. जैसे हमारी शीतल है तो ट्रेंडी टॉक्स की वो फाउंडर है, तो शीतल इज को रेनू इज अ को फाउंडर. तो वो दो से स्टार्ट कर रही है. मतलब क्या होता है, देखो सिनर्जी तो लोगों को साथ में लेके ही जा सकते हैं. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे बिना टीम तो कुछ होने वाला नहीं. So she's
Yes.
actually onboarding people. So I thought this is the right platform that women should know that there is something happening around the world.
Yeah, totally. So I have co-founded Skill and Scale with Atisha Keswani ji. She is a career counselor for 10 plus years, and she's been very active in the education industry for the past 15 years. Our vision together is, we have a target audience right from students who are 12 years old, those who are appearing for boards, to any age group, because communication skills or soft skills is something that you require irrespective of how technically polished you are or at what stage of life you are in. Simple things like written communication, verbal communication, your body language, your grooming. Also, we are going to work on teaching people how to think of themselves as a personal brand. Today, people know Samsung as a brand because they have worked on it as a brand. So you need to work on yourself as a brand. So that is the concept of personal branding. So we are into personal branding, soft skills training, and also executive presence. Slowly, we are also building strategic networks where, we can help each other with whatever contacts are required in the industry. So this is a small purview of our vision. And especially I and Atisha are very pro women. When we have our brochure also, we have dedicated 3 pages to women dedicated courses only. And out of that also, we are going to train homemakers also.
Okay,
Housewives are also going to be a crucial part of all of this. And we have dedicated 2 pages for their programs, saying that, okay, they play a very important role and they really need to start working on their own selves.
Correct. So, bringing thank you, that's the only word I can say, Renu, because यहाँ पे जो speakers हैं ना, Alpa, you will agree with me, and even audience, viewers, everyone will agree कि इनके लिए तो एक घंटे भी कम पड़ेंगे अपने को. Their
Absolutely.
subjects are so vast, but हमने सोचा था कि थोड़ा glimpse देते हैं तो at least we can generate a thought in their mind. See, this idea of Chai Pe Charcha is that at least आप समझो कि बहुत सी ऐसी चीजें हैं जहां पे आप काम कर सकते हो. first you realize something is requiring the repair or improvement scope is there, then you start working on it. So I have my friend Himali, she's also image consultant, she's also attending today's our Chai Pe Charcha, and I'm glad, those of who taking out time from busy schedules, everyone is busy. No one is free in this world. And जो free है तो वो पता नहीं वो क्या कर रहा है. So not taking much of time, क्योंकि मैं एक बार चाय पे चर्चा में मेरा, इसीलिए मैंने क्वेश्चन पे आती हूँ और मेरा खुद का सेशन स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. So coming over to you, Alpa.
Vandana, you yourself are a very good groomer and a trainer. I must say that. And whenever any one of you are in a bad mood, you should just go and call up Vandana. She'll just make you so happy.
Yes.
Moving ahead, Renu, that was a wonderful session, and of course, I'm looking forward to meeting each one of you personally, even Sheetal, even Renu, and our very next speaker, because she's a neighbor. She stays very close. Janet, I'm coming to you first. I would like to call upon Kirti Jain to introduce our third speaker, Janet. Kirti, over to you.
It gives me immense pleasure to introduce Janet ma'am. Thank you, Vandana ma'am, to give me this opportunity. Of course, I know Janet very well through our storybook swing, and it is my pleasure that I am introducing her today. Janet is a qualified chartered accountant, a company secretary, along with MCOM. She has also done. She is currently working with working as a chief financial officer at Typhon Finetech India. She is having 19 plus years of experience in strategic roles in areas of such as corporate finance and banking, budgeting, financial modeling, internal control and processes, treasury, operations, internal taxation, FDI, due diligence, RBI compliances, M&A, merger and acquisition, company secretary matters. Oh, she has done everything. Human resource. The importance of each function and integrating them. She is specializing in startups to develop strategy, restructuring, and manage finances. She has extensive experience in working closely with board of directors, CEO, and stakeholders of banks and legal consultants and regulatory officers. She was received several appreciation and awards such as Young CFO of India, Women Icon of India, 51 Influential Women in Maharashtra. She is best story as a finance professional to become a young CFO before she was 30 years of age. And I would add one more thing. Her story is also there in a swing book where Vandana ma'am's story is also there. So you all please go through it. And of course, she is I'm very much delighted to introduce her here. The dais is yours. And please, dais is not here.
Thank you,
Here
Kirti.
the question is that, thank you, Janet, coming, which, Janet is, मैं हमेशा उसको as a beauty queen ही देखती हूँ, that is for sure. Because now she carries herself like that. और क्या होता है देखो, मैं हमेशा से पर्सनल लेवल पे बिलीव करती हूँ कि अगर सुंदरता है ना तो उसको आपको ना फील करना चाहिए. यू मस्ट अप्रिशिएट. किसी के अंदर भी देखो, देखने का नजर, वो बोलते हैं ना, देखने वाले की नजर पे सुंदरता डिपेंड करती है. प्योर सोल कितना भी अच्छा है, लेकिन वो जैसे वो ना आपके चेहरे से झलकता है जब आप अच्छे मन वाले रहते ना. इट कम्स आउट विथ योर सोल. Kirti and Janet and Vandana, why they came in stories of women inspiring new generation was that all of three has never give up attitude in their life. And women's over here today, this is on Women International Day, I'm telling you, each one of us has a potential. Each one of us has. क्योंकि अभी वो बोलते हैं सर्जन की शक्ति जिसके हाथ में है, तो वो तो कुछ भी सर्जन कर सकते हैं ना लाइफ में. तो वहां जाने से पहले हम चलेंगे अपने काम पे, चाय पे चर्चा पे, कि जेरेड ओवर टू यू. देखो, मैंने बोला था, मैंने जब ये सैंपल स्टार्ट किया ना, कि विजन हो गया, पैशन हो गया, बट एटिकेट ही नहीं है, तो क्या फायदा. सो ये जब हमने बनाया ना प्रोग्राम का स्ट्रक्चर, उसमें यही रीजन था कि इंसान के पास विजन है, पैशन है, बट ही और शी नीड्स ग्रूमिंग, थोड़ा सा एटिकेट, थोड़ा सा कल्चर, and none other than can come in my mind, Janet. So firstly, let's begin with what you mean by etiquette. And is the etiquette a culture? And also one more additional question, एक ही साथ में पूछ लूंगी, what is the social and a business etiquette? Can you differentiate both of that? You know, so over to you, Janet.
Okay, so let me just start with our childhood, how we were as children. So our parents would tell us like, um, don't throw this thing. If there are elders, and touch their feet or say hello, say thank you, say good morning. So these were all well behavior. So all the parents would tell us behave well, that is manners. That is what is taught to us when we are kids. Now, what is etiquette? So, it is again behavior only, behavior, but a little better than it's absolutely essential. They say if you do something beyond what your parents have told you, somebody will be impressed with you and say, great etiquettes. Now, let me take you back through from where etiquettes came from. So, this came from France. And there was a king, I just want to tell you a story. There was a king, his name was Louis XIV. And every year after the crops are grown, he would invite everyone in the party, in his lawn. So he had a palace and there was a very big lawn. So the lawn had a fountain, there was a small pond kind of thing. There were flowers and there were pathways and there was a garden and whatever, the greenery part. And there was an area where people could stand, eat, sit down also. So but every time that he used to have this party, what people would do is they would go into the pond, they would pluck flowers, and people would step on the grass and do whatever they want, because it was all open, and it was an open party for all the villagers and people across who stay in that village. So every time the king was very tense and he said that, look, the next day, look at the palace and the garden of the palace. It's really filthy and it's dirty. We should do something about it. So he called his managers and they were discussing. Then they said the next one, we will organize it a little better. So what they did was they put little signboards. Do not throw stuff here. Do not step on the grass. Please keep the flowers for tomorrow. Do not enter into the pool. It's really cold. So they put a lot of signs. These signs actually in French are called etiquettes. So basically, there are little signs which tell you how to behave in a certain way, in a certain gathering that you are there. The difference between social and business etiquettes is, in social etiquettes, if you see, they're in your personal life. So it's something like socially, if you go to a Michelin restaurant or a fine dining, you are expected to sit in a particular way, dress in a particular way, not to wear flip flops there. So you're not asked to, but you follow that social norm that, okay, when I go to a restaurant, this is how I behave. If I go to a court, you will not sit there and open your dabba and start having food, right? So that's a social way of behaving in a particular group. Similarly, when it comes to business etiquettes, so this is how you behave around where your work culture is. So the professional environment or the business setting that you do. So like if you go to a meeting, then you will have an agenda, you have a certain body language, you stand up for someone if it's somebody very senior. So that is social and business etiquette basically.
Okay. So, but why we require the etiquettes? And can you elaborate what are the principle of etiquette?
So why do we need? So like we say, everyone wants to impress someone or the other, right? We will want to behave a little better because we want to impress. So in work culture, in business, what we do is you either want to impress a client or you want to make the client very comfortable, you want to show that you respect them or you respect your team members. And what happens is when you behave like this, behave a little better, it helps you to communicate better. It gets your work done. So if you see whether you are going to an IT officer, you go to speak to your delegate, subordinate, or somebody who you report to, because of your behavior, that's the first mark, which is a tick mark for you. So that's like an impression, which is a lasting impression that you leave. So just to say that you have to be polite, considerate, and honest when you are behaving. It's not like a copy paste of, because when we are kids, we're told like hold the cup like this. So this is something that's like a copy paste, and we're asked to do it this way, and we learn to hold it in a particular way. Business in etiquettes, it's your behavior, it's how you start expressing yourself.
Yes, okay. So can you tell us more about the business etiquettes, something more about that, which we should be following?
So, yeah, I'll take you through like important business etiquettes. I'll club them into 5 different buckets, which I, or anybody, will go through. So, first of all, it is called as workplace etiquette. So, how you behave in your office. Uh, so, if you see that there will be always a cultural difference in every office. So, what your office is not what the other office is, right? So if you go to say XYZ office where dogs are allowed, and in another office if you go where dog is not allowed, you know. So there is a culture and expectations. If you go to any Tata company, you will see that they have a different culture, and if you see an MNC, there will be a different culture. So we have to understand what that culture is and behave according to that. It doesn't mean that you have gone there as you and you start behaving as you want. You have to behave as to what the other person wants. So and simple things like at workplace, which you can do is like, once you finish the meeting, clean up the place, make sure that if you borrow something, give it back to that person. You if the printouts are, or printing papers are over, you refill them. So these are small things that you need to do as workplace etiquettes. Now, at workplace, you also, because you spend the whole day, you will also realize that you're going to eat. You basically eat your meals there. So do we anytime realize that when we sit down to eat, don't chew with your mouth open. You should always make sure that your mouth is closed. After meals, if you have a napkin, and fold it and keep it at the right side. Don't gulp it, don't keep gulping, and try to talk during that time. So these are things that you need to also take into consideration when you're eating at workplace. There is another thing that I want to talk about is the communication level. So communications can happen through phone, it can happen through video calls, or it can happen through emails. In phones, we don't even realize, because we've just come out of COVID, not just, but still we have this habits where we start talking so loudly that we don't realize that the next person would also be disturbed. Probably you should just walk off a little away, or talk a little softer. That softer doesn't mean that you're not firm in what you're talking. Which is softer means being considerate about the person who's sitting next to you. So when it comes to like video calls, many times we don't realize that on Zoom calls we're too loud. And if you realize that you're loud, then you can ask, how do I sound? You can ask that, on the video call, so that you don't offend anyone, and you're just trying to check also that, am I sounding the right tone that I need to. Then, in terms of like email, what we do is we don't realize that we write many things which you personally would never say to anyone. Like, suppose I want to talk to something to CA Renisha, I personally would not like to write that kind of a language. But on the email, because you are thinking that now I'm in a professional this, and you just close your eyes and you write it. So the email stays forever. So very careful when you're writing emails. Those are things to follow. Then in meetings, whenever you sit down, we generally use a lot of slang language like yar, yeah, and we also use a few different languages that we use, but we have to be a little careful about what language you use when we are sitting in meetings. Also, you should be aware of who to introduce first. So you always introduce from junior to senior levels. And this there is one study that was done by Doodle State of Meeting in 2019, and one of the most irritating habit or etiquette that was noted was making calls or texting while you all are having meetings. So you have to make sure that your phones are kept aside. If you have to take it to say, you got to say that my apologies, can I take this call? So there is a way of even politely asking to do something. So these are few of the things that we need to do when you're in your business or business meetings, or around your work.
So, Janet, do you expect any rules to be followed? Janet, you're on a mute.
Yeah.
हाँ, एक लास्ट वर्ड आपका चला गया.
Sorry.
लास्ट वर्ड हम आप कुछ बोल रहे थे वो हम तक नहीं पहुंचा, बट एनीवेज आपने इम्पोर्टेंट बिजनेस एटिकेट तो बता दिया. फिर इज देयर एनी रूल, मतलब कुछ रूल बुक है या फिर व्हाटएवर यू कवर्ड इज देयर, और
Yeah, so
और
when
कैन
you
यू.
follow etiquettes, you should, sorry.
So I was thinking that now ये आपने बोला ये ध्यान रखना चाहिए, ये करना चाहिए, तो is there any rule book or how it is, and how to learn the etiquette, rather I should put it that way.
So yes, there are a few. If you go to study etiquettes, in English language, you will find few rules. Like there is a golden rule, there is a silver rule, there is a diamond rule. Okay. Um, so it means like a golden rule means like treat others as you would want them to treat you.
Correct.
Okay. Silver rule is like the opposite of that. Do not treat others the way you wouldn't like them to treat you. So be a little careful. Then the diamond rule is like it's a pleasing rule, like where if you are talking to your seniors or boss, you will always want to please them. So you treat them as they wish you to treat them. So this is there. But in today's world, if you see, there is one new rule that is come, which is called platinum rule. Now I'll explain this in a small example. Like I like strawberries. Okay, and I am given one task to catch fish. So I will go there and can I ask the fish that will you eat strawberries because I like it? No, it cannot be. So they will want to eat worms and bait. So what I will do, I'll put the worms and then ask the fish that would you like to eat this, and that's when you will be able to catch the fish. So the thing is that you can't always think that what I want. You
Correct.
can't always think also what they want, but you should also think of what is required. So
Yeah.
that's the platinum rule. So in today's world, like you all in this platinum rule, what happens is that the situation demands this, like I need to put the bait, but you also keep asking for a lot of feedback around will that fish eat this bait or not. So maybe there could be some subordinate, somebody else from the team, which is more like an inclusion. Today's world is more on inclusion and belongingness, so you
Correct.
include everyone, and then you can decide etiquette. It doesn't mean that you write a rule book and everybody will follow. So there were days when we used to have like you read the company's handbook and you'll get a lot of insights on etiquettes. But now it's more of like this inclusion that you need to do. There are also like you can observe people who you admire. Like there's always somebody who everybody admires, and that person may not be able to mentor you, but by observing that person is where you will get a lot of how to behave, what to do, and when to do. And you'll be very lucky if you are mentored by somebody. Like when I was a child, I remember one of my principals, he was mentoring me on small etiquettes, like as to, because when you're in fourth, fifth, you don't know which hand to hold the fork and the spoon as well. So he would tell me table manners and things that you need to, how do you greet people, because I would meet other principals, teachers, and so even there, I think I managed to do some business etiquette sort of things. They were not only social. I used to, how I would greet people, how I would address them. So all of those things were mentored. So that helps you. But if you're not, but you can observe and learn. So that is the way for us to learn
Yeah.
etiquette.
So now, once again, I will really thank you, and जाते जाते थोड़ा tips देके जाइए etiquettes के बारे में. Okay, what are the good tips? Something मतलब one should not, इसके बिना तो नहीं चलेगा.
Yes, yes. So I think few things that I want to touch on, which are very small things, and maybe we know it, and still we don't take cognizance of that, and we don't give them importance. Like the first one I'll say is like a grooming. Well, I don't say that everybody needs to put a lipstick on, or needs to put stilettos and walk around. But still, if you realize that 60% of the employers will not hire you if you walk in a appearance that is not likable. So when you go for an interview, you will realize you will go best dressed. When you go every day for meetings, then you forget that you're not best dressed. So why don't you? I'm not saying that every day buy new clothes, but go well dressed, well dressed as neat, clean. You should make sure. So when I worked in hospitality, that is something that I learned, that even though I was in finance, we were asked not to have like chipped nails, dirty nails. We were asked how you should come with good combed hair. So they are very basic things, go neat and tidy, iron them and go. It does not mean that you need to be really dressed up to go to work, but it's a very important etiquette to follow. Then shaking hands is very basic. When people, sometimes you may not realize also, a handshake is only lasts for about 1, 2, 3. Count three, and your shake is over. So you can't, so by your handshake, people will also realize what kind of person you are. Are you a dominant person? Are you a submissive person? इससे मैं कुछ भी करा सकता हूँ. Or are you an equal person? So depending on the kind of message you want to give, kind of person you are talking to, you should shake your hand in that manner, so that you are clear as to why I'm shaking. So it's not just a shake hand, but it's also giving this what do you call,
signal message.
because etiquette is about the small signals. It's about the small things. Also, showing respect. So when somebody client comes to you, or you are in somebody else's, you may have noticed or may not, but even today I follow that. I will escort the person to the door. I would never ask them to like leave on their own. It is a small etiquette to follow, to open the door, or escort them to the door, and then they will leave. So it's like basic thing. Also, like when we give business cards, these are very small things to follow, but when you give your business card, first you should ask their business card, like, Vandana, can I have your business card? Open and give yours to them. And when you take hers, if you take her business card, you should make sure you give her that importance, that you're looking at the card at least.
सीधा ऐसे ही रख
Card
देते
and put it somewhere. Also,
देखता
yeah.
ही नहीं है
And also, when you take it, also make sure that you keep it at a place which is safe and looks good. It shouldn't be that I took it and I did not bother to give her any importance. That doesn't show respect to her or anybody. So we have to be careful of these little things, then they will get that signal that that person took my card, and look at, she put it in the trash, I think. So that's something that we got to be little careful about. Yeah. And most of the time,
I will interrupt. Sorry. Shall we take card with two hands, or while giving card, this is my card. So this was some confusion which I.
Generally, we hand over like this.
two hands. Yes, you should always give it with 2 hands.
And while taking also, we should
Yes.
have two hands.
Yes.
रिस्पेक्टफुली लेना चाहिए, लेके ना एक सेकंड तो एटलीस्ट 1-2 सेकंड देखना चाहिए कि कैसा है, क्या है.
हाँ.
They will feel good, and
Good.
you will develop that relationship, that yes, because I respect you. And basically all of these etiquettes, whatever you these small signals that you give them, is your client building, is your relationship building, is your networking skill, because all of these are observed. And you may not have realized it, that it is this thing that we are doing, but you would have already got someone like this who has done this to you at some point in time, and you will say, yeah, look at that, I remember this person.
I remember this person so meticulously he handed over me his card,
Yes,
याद
correct.
आता ही है, वो रजिस्टर होता ही है माइंड में.
Yes, correct.
So what if instead of giving cards, we say ki, you please save my number? Because see what happens, no cards are like, nowadays cards हम लोग दिया और रख दिया, but I prefer nowadays कि I tell you please better save my number as we meet, or something like that.
That's absolutely fine, but you just got to say, apologies, I do not have cards with me. Would you like to save my number? Can I have your number? That is it. Which is absolutely fine. So during COVID, if you see, people were not shaking hands. So it was absolutely fine, that you're not shaking hands. But we can say that, and I hope you understand. I'm glad that I met you. So when you express that, in words, the action is okay. But if you can't express in words, your action is speaking clearly louder than what your voice is. So you have to be careful with that.
So over to you, Alpa.
Thank you. what a wonderful session, Janet, and the tips that you gave were really practical, and of course we would love to listen more of it from you. Vandana, my frank opinion is that we have our speakers set for the next few months, and we should have one full session from each one of them.
Each one of
And yes, each one of them, and I'm sure all of us, because this was so engaging that you all three of you have stimulated our thought processes of how we can go and build up our personality, and be more happy with ourselves, and be into a more fulfilling and a very you just uplifted us right now. True sense of Women's Day celebration. So we would like to hear more from all three of you. Thank you so much. I would really bring a little tadka over here in the form of vote of thanks. But before that, I would love the audience to participate in this and ask any questions to any of the speakers. The dais is open for all to speak. If anyone has any questions to ask to anyone.
Yes, we can take one question.
Yeah, we can take one or two questions. One question.
मतलब अभी देखो मेरे सामने ना जेनेट अवेलेबल है, रेनू अवेलेबल है, शीतल अभी ऑफलाइन है लग रहा है मुझे, क्योंकि
No,
she has
she's joined from some other
मोबाइल. हाँ,
yeah.
तो देखो कहने का मतलब ये है कि आज की चाय की चर्चा सफल होती है, सब पार्टिसिपेंट्स आएंगे तभी होती है. सो हम लोग पार्टिसिपेंट्स के भी ट्रैक रखते हैं. ये 2024 का चालू है, तो जितने साल में जो लोग सबसे ज्यादा मैक्सिमम अटेंडेंस करेंगे मग मिल सकता है.
That sounds like a mug.
We will have a century of Chai Pe Charcha episodes this year for
हाँ,
sure.
वो तो पक्का है, वो पक्का है.
So any questions from any participants?
Yeah, Archana, you wanted to give some feedback, right? क्योंकि थैंक्स गिविंग तो इस बार मैंने बोला है दमन सर ही देंगे हमारे.
Arey Vandana, you gave out the surprise. I was going to give that surprise.
नहीं, क्योंकि अर्चना मैडम मैं बोला देखो अभी we have 2 more minutes because everyone has the next line
Yes,
of action to be taken.
Yes, yes. I would really cordially invite Daman sir, who's also the brainchild, by the way, of this Chai Pe Charcha, and has always been a very pivotal person in this whole thing. Daman sir, who better than you to carry out the wonderful vote of thanks?
Thank you, Alpa madam. Thank you, Vandana ji. आज का सेशन this was very marvelous. I say word marvelous because एकदम और मैं उस before I give the vote of thanks, I would like to give something. तीनों का जो लेक्चर था, जो भी स्पीकर्स का, उसमें मेरे लेट 100% लेट करता था मुझे. I belongs to the name now in the world. It is now recognized. Jamnagar is the nearby Jamnagar where it is. Reliance is actually situated. This जहाँ पे है उस तालुका में मेरा बॉर्न बॉटअप में स्टडी हुआ है मेरा. तो ग्रेजुएशन में जामनगर गया था. मेरा पैशन था, मतलब मेरा जब तक स्टडी कर रहा था तो मैं 12th में था, तभी मालूम पड़ता है कि वंस यू बिकम विथ फर्स्ट क्लास एंड हायर स्टैंडर्ड में रिजल्ट आएगा, देन यू कैन डू द सीए. वो ऐसा हमारे वहाँ पे चलता था कि टॉप 3 में जो आएगा उसको सीए करने को मिलता है. तो हम लोग वहां से वो स्टार्ट किया हमारा. तो मतलब पैशन पहले मेरे साथ वो विजन था मेरा कि मुझे सीए करना है. देन आफ्टर आई स्टार्टेड कि मेरा अभी विजन के बाद मेरा नेक्स्ट गोल है कि मुझे मुंबई में जाके सीए करना है. मुंबई भी जाना भी बहुत इजी नहीं होता है उधर से, तो मतलब घर पे परिस्थिति नहीं होते. देन अगेन इट वाज वेरी मच विजन बोर्ड पे था और वो भी मटेरियल्स हो गया. देन थर्ड वेंस एटिकेट्स का, जो मतलब वहाँ पे हमको एटिकेट्स का कोई ज्यादा नहीं होता है, जैसे फॉर्मेलिटीज कोई मानते नहीं हम लोग. फिर भी हम थोड़ा कुछ कॉलेज में पढ़ रहे थे, सीखे थे. बट जो मुंबई में आके देखा तो ऐसे लगता है जैसे फिल्म में देखते हैं ना, गाँव से आते हैं और कैसा ट्रीट. लेकिन वी आर वेरी वेल ड्रेस्ड, कपड़ा अच्छा पहनता है, लेकिन मतलब वो एटिकेट्स नहीं होता कि ये नहीं पहना चाहिए. कैसा जब ब्लू शर्ट पहना नीचे ब्लू पैंट पहनते थे, तो ऐसा मतलब हमारा ऐसा एटीट्यूड रहता था. और मतलब बातचीत करने का भी ढंग हमको मालूम नहीं था. सो एट दैट टाइम इट ऑल थ्री कनेक्टेड टू डायरेक्टली मी कि भाई मेरे ही बात चल रही है, ऐसा लग रहा था मुझे तो जैसे. सो थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू. शीतल सेठी मैडम ने मेरा फर्स्ट विजन जो मेरा था उस मेरे को घुमाता रहा था. मेरा जामनगर पहुंच गया था फर्स्ट डे तुरंत. देन आफ्टर श्री रेणु मैडम ने, उनने जो अपना बेस्ट दिया है, वो भी मेरा पैशन था कि हाउ टू कंप्लीट द पैशन, एंड किस गोल से कैसे जाना है, हाउ टू मटेरियलाइज इट, किस बेस पे उसको यूज करना है, वो सब मैंने आपसे जान सुना. देन आफ्टर जेनेट मैडम, यू ऑल्सो डिड द मार्वलस जॉब ऑल्सो, मीन्स ऑल थ्री हैज गिवन द मार्वलस. सो उसमें भी आपके एटिकेट का जो मेरा बात है, वो तो मुझे डायरेक्ट रिलेट हुआ है, बिकॉज मुंबई में उतरते ही पहले मालूम पड़ता है ट्रेन में से कि हाउ टू गो, किससे कैसे बात करने का. अरे मेरे को तो टिकट देना, किधर जाने का मेरे को, ऐसा ऐसा बोलते तो मतलब पीपल विल नॉट रेडी टू. मुंबई सेंट्रल पे पहले उतरा उस दिन फर्स्ट डे, तो मतलब वो भी समझ में नहीं आता, हिंदी भी बोलना नहीं आता था बराबर कि हाउ टू टॉक टू विथ. फिर जैसे हम लोग सीए का अपना ग्रुप मिलता है ना, सीए फ्रेंड्स के, तो वो लोग भी हमको हंसते थे, लेकिन इन ए वेरी शॉर्ट स्पान ऑफ द टाइम, विद इन अ मंथ, एवरीथिंग आई ग्रास्प्ड एवरीथिंग फास्ट. तो मेरा फटाफट जैसे आर्टिकलशिप शुरू हुआ तो सब धीरे धीरे सब कैच करने लगा. सो एवरीथिंग इट्स वेरी वंडरफुल. मीन्स आपका जो लेक्चर है, मुझे मेरा लाइफ सामने से निकल गया तुरंत. तो 25 मेरे सामने से गुजर गए.
पूरी रील चल रही थी उनके दिमाग में.
हाँ, वो मुझे,
all
और
three
दूसरा
speakers
चीज था
might
बड़ा
revisit the life,
मैडम वंदना जी, ये था कि मुझे मुंबई में सीए बन के भी मुझे खुद का ऑफिस चाहिए, मेरा घर का घर होना चाहिए खुद का. ये एवरीथिंग आई डिड एंड अचीव्ड इट. तो वो मेरा मतलब लाइफ का वो पैशन था, मतलब जो भी करना है मुझे, तो मतलब जैसे वो
So
विजन बोर्ड जो
just
मेरा था वो माइंड में था.
thank our speakers कि within that 10 मिनट का जो उनका जो भी क्वेश्चंस थे या आंसर्स थे, that take you to their old memories.
एग्जैक्टली
एक
एग्जैक्टली.
आज का हमारा ये सफल हुआ वुमेन्स डे सेलिब्रेशन.
So
each
one word, one line, madam, I to use. जो tomorrow we have International Women's Day. यत्र नार्यस्तु पूज्यते रमनते तत्र देवता. ये लाइन जो है वो वर्ल्ड में फेमस है, मतलब सब जगह पे श्लोक है ये इसमें. तो जितना भी फीमेल को, विमेन्स को हम लोग जितना रिस्पेक्ट करेंगे, उनको अप्रिशिएट करेंगे, उनका मतलब उनको देखभाल करेंगे, उनके मतलब वैल्यूज को टाइम देंगे, उनको वैल्यूज को काउंट करेंगे, तो इतना उतना हमारा भगवान भी हमारे साथ रहता है. इसीलिए हर एक माता जी, अपने देवता जो भी जितनी भी माता जी है, उनको पहले पूछते हैं हम लोग बराबर. देन हम लक्ष्मी नारायण, शिव पार्वती, पार्वती अपना शंकर शिव, ऐसा जो भी हम लोग करते हैं, तो पूजा हम ऐसी करते हैं आराध्य के अपने. तो थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू. एंड वंदना मैडम मॉडरेटर, उसने भी तो मतलब सबको एकदम ऑन द टो रखते हैं सबको कैसे पॉइंट्स आप जैसे सोचते हैं उससे ज्यादा ही कोई ट्विस्ट करके क्वेश्चन लाते हैं कि जैसे आपको मजा आता है सुनने में, और सामने वालों को भी मजा आता है आंसर देने में भी. सो थैंक यू वंदना मैडम. और अपने हमारे जो कोऑर्डिनेटर्स थे, अल्पा मैडम, ये अर्चना चौधरी जी, कीर्ति जैन जी, और बाकी के जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स थे, निरूपा जेठवा, और ये दूसरे हेमाली मैडम, एवरीथिंग, हाँ, पायल मैडम, सोनल मैडम, बहुत सारे थे, उज्ज्वला, अंजना जी, मतलब वो सबका मैं अभी बहुत सारे मुझे सामने देखे, संगीता मैडम, मतलब सामने दिख रहे हैं, उसका नाम मैं ले रहा हूँ, तो डोंट ऐसा नहीं समझो. ऑल चाय पे चर्चा में आप सबका थैंक यू. और मैडम थैंक यू सो मच वंदना जी फॉर दिस. तो सबको
Can we have this once
yes,
again?
so have a round of applause to the all the three speakers and all the members present here.
Correct.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's Day to each
Happy
one of
Happy Women's Day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hi, Kritika.
Happy Women's Day.
हैप्पी वुमेन्स डे ऑल. हाय निरूपा मैम, आपने मुझे मेरी इस कॉलेज फ्रेंड से मिलवाया है.
अच्छा, ये देखो कितना अच्छा लगता है ना जब हम ऐसे करते हैं.
या
What is
खुशी
the
का भी आए.
निरूपा इज माय कॉलेज फ्रेंड एंड ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम वी वर टुगेदर. फिर मुझे चाय पे चर्चा पे निरूपा मिली फर्स्ट टाइम.
बाद में अभी भी फ्रेंड है ही.
लेकिन मोस्ट ऑफ पीपल हम लोग चाय पे चर्चा में सब मिल चुके हैं, मतलब और जेनेट मैडम तो दूसरी बार आए गए. मुझे लास्ट ईयर भी आपने लिया था स्टेशन, वो वुमेन्स डे का, बराबर, जय वसाड़ा के पहले आपने लिया था, करेक्ट?
Yes, Suman जी, correct.
ऐसा है ना.
चाय पे चर्चा, रिफ्रेशिंग, इन्फॉर्मिंग, और पता नहीं और कितने, बट इट वाज वेरी गुड because
I would say it was masaledar like
The words written on this cup: enthusiasm, energy, and excellence.
Excellent.
Yes,
Whether
correct.
these words relate to Vandana ma'am. When we think
Yes, उसका
of
मोटो ही ये
Vandana
है.
ma'am, enthusiasm, energy, and excellence.
अभी रेनू से कुछ जानना
I-
चाहूंगी. रेनू has come for the first time. चाय पे चर्चा में
I
पहली बार आए
totally
ना?
agree. I wanted to attend Vandana's Chai Pe Charcha since quite some time, and I'm also a working professional. I have listened to her, listened to such programs in glimpses while in transit. But today I wanted to attend in totality for the women's empowerment, and I really loved the session. Thank you to all the speakers and also to Vandana. Keep on rocking, and your energy is absolutely unmatched. It is so very inspiring, and God bless you always. Thank you for making us part of your Chai Pe Charcha. I loved it, really loved it.
So रेनू, over to you.
तो या मेरा तो फर्स्ट सिक्सर ही हो गया. एज अ स्पीकर ही मैं आ गई. First session as a
अच्छा.
speaker more than an attendee. The first session as a speaker only, so it's great. I think the response from the audience was also very nice. And both these things, the etiquette piece as well as the vision board, have been very close to what I have been doing since years and reached where I am today. So it has been a great experience.
तो आज का थीम सब लोग एग्री कर रहे हो ना? Elevate, excel and empower.
Correct. Absolutely
I think
correct.
after the session you all are elevated. Now we will do some improvement in our etiquettes, and then we will empower the other person, you know. It's not only female, it can be any gender, but we have to empower somebody else if we have some power. So this is what is also, you know, near to our heart.
Exactly.
Let the journey
Not
continue.
virtual, but
Vandana, wish you let the
unmuted
journey
words.
continue and many more Chai Charchas, Chai Pe Charchas to come in coming years.
Yes, yes, yes. Why not? I will be sharing shortly the videos which we have captured. मैंने बहुत मेहनत की है, but time was very short. But सबका अभी आ जाएगा धीरे धीरे धीरे. You know, सबका वीडियो, सबका थैंक्स गिविंग या जो जो भी उनका लाइकिंग है. Why I'm telling, एक ना एक्साइटमेंट था मेरे अंदर कि हम 4 साल से एक प्रोजेक्ट पे काम कर रहे हैं, एंड ये प्रोजेक्ट का कैसे हम किसी को ब्रीड कर सकते हैं. एंड दैट Alpa was just gave me some person who can do the printing. Mane, मेरा जो office boy है, he brought some mug that inspired me, and it went on, you know. So everybody has contributed to this now.
Excellent.
Basically, कोई भी चीज जब बनती है ना, तो वो एक आइडिया होती है, बाद में उसपे वो बोलते हैं ना कारवा बनता है, सब जुड़ जाते हैं. So it's always like that कि when you start with something, just be consistent, you know, be compassionate.
Exactly.
और आपका कमिटमेंट नहीं होगा. जिन लोगों का कमिटमेंट था वो आज 4 बजे आ गए चाय पे चर्चा में. So
एक लाइन में मैडम बताऊंगा आपको कि ये जो जिंदगी सीरियल आती थी,
हाँ
ये जो जिंदगी बहुत आज से 30 साल पहले, 30-35 साल पहले, बराबर है.
हाँ
उसमें वो जो राकेश बेदी है ना, वो फ्लावर पॉट बेचता है. वो बोलता है कि फ्लावर पॉट आप गिराओगे तो टूटेगा नहीं. मतलब क्यों नहीं टूटेगा? बिकॉज ही हैज परचेज्ड बाय 300 रुपीज, पेइंग 300 रुपीज. तो जैसा ये भी ऐसा है फ्लावर पॉट, जैसा हमारा चाय का चर्चा कप, ये कभी टूटेगा नहीं, ना गिरेगा कभी, क्योंकि इतना प्यार से और इतना मेहनत से मिला हुआ चीज जो है वो कभी न टूटेगा न गिरेगा.
चलो, थैंक यू वेरी मच, वर्ड्स ऑफ विजडम. और अच्छा लगता है ना. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे आई एम फीलिंग सेटिस्फाइड, यू नो. Yes, we are making difference in life of each one who are touching with us, you know, engaging with us. That's very important, you know. So Archana is from Nasik.
Oh,
We
right.
must appreciate. She is from one person who is attending from the Nasik. And अल्पा ने स्टार्टिंग में बोला था कि दिस इज अवर ऑल ओवर इंडिया का है. अब तो ये वर्ल्ड वाइड भी फेमस हो जाएगा. डोंट वरी, टाइम्स टू कम.
My sister-in-law is living at Nasik.
अच्छा, ओके, ग्रेट.
वंदना जी, विजन बोर्ड पे डाल दो इंटरनेशनल. चाय पे चर्चा इज गोइंग इंटरनेशनल.
हाँ, ये विजन कर सकते हैं. करेक्ट.
यस.
सो आई नाउ रिकॉर्डिंग स्टॉप कर देती हूँ, लाइव को एंड कर देती हूँ, है ना. फिर आप लोग को चिट चैट करना है, कर सकते हो.
Right.
मुझे भी वो विजन बोर्ड देख के याद आ गया कि when I was maybe we are not recording, but I had also
रुक रुक रुक, वो मुझे चालू करने का आता है, स्टॉप करने का स्टॉप